back, villagers. So today we're going to discuss Porsha Williams dresses at her wedding. We're also going to feature a couple of the housewives that I seen what they were wearing. And trust me, you're going to want to take a deep sip for that. Hello, my name is Kay and Kim Chu. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is Kay and Kim TV, where we infuse African culture in my American lifestyle. So like, comment, and subscribe. As you guys know, I am in Atlanta. And no, like everybody else, I was not invited to Porsha's wedding. Although I wish I was. We're gonna start with that number one showstopper at the traditional wedding. So she showed her butt. That red dress, baby, with the rouge, with the gold on the side, and the layers and layers that she came down in, that dress was to die for. I am sorry. That was the showstopper. She made every bride from Benny so proud in that dress. That dress was so gorgeous. I love the way she did her hair. I loved everything she did on top of the layers and layers of fabric. That dress was a showstopper. I'm sorry. She did that. For a traditional wedding to start off with. And the coral beads were a symbol of royalty, privilege, wealth, and all type of traditional things. So the coral beads just tied her dress in. I loved her makeup. It was so light and classic. She was the diva for her wedding. I'm sorry, ladies. That traditional wedding just took me to the floor. If I got married, I would contact Porsha to see if I can get that dress. The next dress that she had on was the blue. And this, if it couldn't get any more beautiful, she did that. I know, when I saw I thought the red was very beautiful, very gorgeous. Her trumpet style body was just hitting it. But that blue was very nice, elegant. Porsha showed a little skin. It was layered nice. It was cut to perfection. And that fabric is very stiff. So for her to make a dress out of that fabric, she did a good job. I'm sorry. Even her gele, I was so in awe. I was like, oh, I wonder if she still got that, because I could borrow that. I go to traditional weddings and I don't wear a gele unless my aunt tell me to. But normally, I look at women and that was just so funny. Just the way she carried herself in that blue dress, that royal blue dress, and it looked like it had like different colors reflecting off of it. So it was so beautiful. I was like in awe of the red dress, but I was in love with the blue dress. I was like, oh my God. If I have a traditional wedding, I might have to call Porsha up and say, sweetie, can I borrow that dress? Because as you guys know, I never had a traditional wedding. Me and my husband just got married. But a girl can dream. A girl can dream. It was tailored perfection. I mean, it wasn't overdone. It wasn't underdone. It was just perfect for her body shape and her body size. And I was just in love with the blue dress at her traditional wedding. The traditional wedding took place on a Friday. And it was raining in Georgia. And I was like, is she still gonna get married today and it's raining? But rain is a good omen for weddings in America. So I guess that was God saying, girl, you got this. The next dress is the white dress. And that was the last dress of her traditional wedding. And my God, Porsha, baby, I am so sorry. I might have to break it to your house and steal that one. Because the layers, the hips, the sparkle, I mean, she wore another gele with it. And it made me think, maybe I'm married to the wrong man. Not to be funny. Everybody looking at Simon like, you did that, dog. You did. Simon looked it nice in his traditional wear, but next to Porsha, she ain't right. She is not right. I love that it had lace on it and it sparkled, and it was just everything a Nigerian bride would want to wear on her wedding day. I'm sorry. That was just the ultimate of ultimates. Whoever designed her traditional dresses, they had to be Nigerian. No other way. Because they knew how to cut it to perfection. And trust me, I know those dresses cost an arm, a leg, your next of kin, your husband, everything you have in the bank, including his family. Because those dresses, I guarantee they didn't come from Nigeria, baby. A Nigerian was flown in to sew them here. Because they probably wouldn't have made it through customs. So the funny thing about this is, they probably wouldn't have made it through customs because somebody probably would have been looking in the bag and they probably would have gone ahead and got them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because I would have been one of the ones at TSA. I would have been the ones at TSA holding bags. Next is her white wedding. Now, Porsha had a wedding in a cathedral of 350 guests. And the white wedding was all guests was wearing black, which I will show you some of the housewife dresses later. But Porsha came down in the Princess of Princess dress. I loved this look on her. She was the royal princess. The cathedral was in silence because everyone can see the perfection of this dress walking down the aisle to Simon. I was like, oh my God, she's a queen. She's a princess. She lived every girl's dream in this. It was a ballroom gown. It was so huge coming down the aisle that her dad had to step aside and let the dress go on its own. I mean, it was just one of those moments that I was like, oh my God, Porsha, why? Why do you want to kill us with the gorgeousness of this dress? It was just so beautiful. I was like, oh man, I'm sorry. At this moment, I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Because this dress was just killing it. You were killing people. Porsha took this dress and made this dress the center of everybody's conversation. Because this dress I saw, this dress was bad. This dress was so nice cut. I mean, who designed this dress? I mean, literally, because this dress, I needed to. This dress, it was so nice and it was layered. I mean, the dress was the showstopper for everybody black. Because, I'm sorry, this dress, the lace, the cut, I don't know if Porsha got her boobs done, but if she didn't, this dress lied to us. I'm just being honest. This dress was like gorgeous. And the crown on her head, Porsha was like, I did not come to play. I came to slay, baby. Okay, so the next dress that she had was this lace one. And I really did like this lace one. Even though she had on this big old lace train on top of her head, it was, I don't know, what do you call it? What do you call that? Even though she had the lace on her head, she made this dress look so stunning. The dress was literally lace and beaded, and it made a point of saying the first dress, yes, I'm at a church. But this dress, it was like, I am the queen of all queens. The fashion statement alone on this particular dress was so nice. I was like, oh my God, the lace, the cut. And she knows what looks good on her body. That's what the messed up part about it was. She looked it so good and it was see-through. It was see-through, baby. I'm sorry. Porsha did that. Out of the dresses that, out of all the dresses that I've talked about, I have yet to find one that didn't give the statement that it was given. Yet. But she got 2 more. So, so let's figure out which one gonna tell it. Because I don't know who her stylist was, who her team was, but I'm sorry. All of that was just perfectly planned, perfectly layered, perfectly everything. Okay, so this dress I really did like. It was really simple, even though it was beaded and it had glitz and glam. It did the one shoulder thing with the crossbody. I liked the dress. Was I totally in love with the dress? It's a beautiful dress. She knows what looked good on her body. For me, I was like, I was looking at the dress and I was like, it's a beautiful dress. That's all I could say. It wasn't, you know, the dress itself is beautiful. It looked good on her body. I was not awe and oohing over this dress because I've seen it before. And all the other dresses gave the statement that I'm here. This dress was more, I got this, throw another dress in. Like, it was beautiful, don't get me wrong. And the dress was very tailored to her body. It was custom made, people. But I wasn't like flat out like, I want that dress. I will kill for that dress. And I think that's why I was like, okay, this is one of those dresses that it's beautiful. It looks nice. Is perfect on her. She made another appearance, and it was even more like she checked the people like, I'm here. I'm going to show you another beautiful dress. The rest of the dresses was like drop dead gorgeous. They were like stumping on us little people. They were like, I'm in it for the winning. But this dress in particular, even though it was drop dead gorgeous, it was just something about this dress that the rouging on the arm, the little crossover, I was not in total, I'm going to kill for this dress mode. And I think even though I wasn't, I would still kill for the dress if that was the only dress. But I wasn't like, I need this dress in my closet. Like, I need to find who made this so I can get it. You get what I'm saying? The rest of the dresses was like, I'm going to kill for those dresses. I'm going to find these. Not to be funny, I will die for this dress. I'm going to die, if that makes sense. But anyway, it was still a beautiful dress. And even though Porsha had to change, and she used this dress to cut the cake. So as you can see, this dress was like beaded. It was lace. Again, if Porsha didn't get her breasts done, this dress did tell it and lie. Because, I don't think they're fake, but I think they look fake in these dresses. Because this dress, all the dresses make her breasts look real fake. Not the harp on her breast, but they did. It made her breasts look real, like, I bought these yesterday. Simon bought these for me yesterday. But her hair, I love her hair. I love how they layered her hair in these big, deep curls. If you hear something in the background, I do have other family members that's here, and I do apologize for the noise in the background. And the final dress. Now, this dress alone was a showstopper, but when she put on that hat, hey, baby, I don't know if she got this from a New Orleans designer. This dress with the beads and the heels and the hat, baby, I'm sorry. Porsha came to slay, not play. I am so sorry. That dress alone was like icing on. If the light is a little bit off, you guys, I'm sorry. Something happened to the camera and I had to fix it. But as we are on the last dress, I really had to say that this dress embraced everything that the ATL is. I'm sorry. The hat, the bling, the sparkle, the drops, the beaded drops. It was just something like if you was doing trap music and you was at an elegant ball, this dress took it to the next level. It was vibrant. This is like one of those old 20 dresses where they had the fringe and everything was just bouncing and shaking, but this was more like, hey, if I'm black and I have money, I'm going to pay for it. That's how it was if I want it. But the hat, this big old brim hat was like catch my shade. Literally. It was like catch my shade. So I applaud Porsha for all her dresses choices. Everything was just beautiful. Even the dress that I didn't like, it was gorgeous. Nobody can default on how beautiful Porsha was with the entire wardrobe for her wedding. She was just gorgeous. Her hair, her makeup, whoever she had on her team. Lord, can I be blessed with that? Can I be blessed with that? Someday. If I marry a son, throw this in there as a little two-piece. She had these two white robe dresses that she was wearing in replace of robes. One was the Nigerian, the other one was white. I will have pictures of everything. So I love both of them. I understood both of them culturally, and then the white one was beautiful. I mean, even her dressing gown was perfect. And the fact that they had a very religious, church wedding. This is Porsha's second marriage. So for her to have a second marriage in a church is saying, yeah, I know. Hold that thought. This picture, I think Nene in her old age, let me not say old, in her older age, I just found out that Nene is in her 50s. I don't know why I didn't know that, but I did. And Marlo, that's not on Housewives, but I just found out all of those ages because somebody told me Porsha was my age. And I was like, no, Porsha is younger than me. And come to find out, guess what, ladies? Porsha is in her 40s. And I did not know that. Porsha is a year younger than me. I was like, wait a minute here. But she is. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, wow. Because I wanted to know how much of an age gap between Simon and Porsha. And it was like, wow, that was something. I didn't know me and her was like, Porsha, you doing it. I need to get my body right so I can do it too. There's a video coming up about that. But anyway, I saw Nene Leakes, or Nene, quote unquote, in this dress, and I wanted the same. Why? One. But then I realized that after all the bad, or no publicity is really bad. After all the publicity, Nene had to show up or show out. And I'm not mad at her for this dress like everybody else is. She done paid for that body. She done paid for that face. She done paid for that dress. She will pay for that man. And she gonna show it off. She's gonna show it off. And I'm not mad at her. I am not mad. Because if I look like that, I will show it off too. And be right there next to my man. Yes, boo-boo. I would do it the same thing. Take that. But it was a nice dress. I, for one, think it was a little bit over, especially for a church wedding. But she pulled it off, and I hope she had a coat. Because that church, that cathedral, looked the cold stone. But anyway, that was Nene and her. Fun fact, I found out him and Nene was together. That was kind of like a shock because he's very traditional and Nene is very Atlanta. So, let's see how this play out. Next is Kandi and Todd. Now, when I first seen Kandi and Todd, I was like, okay, Kandi be doing a little something. This dress wasn't you know, for this to be the elite of the elite, like every Nigerian wanted to call Simon brother after that. Every person wanted to be invited. And I felt like Candy should have just, you know, show a little bit more, bring it a little bit more. But it was elegant, it was classic, it was Candy in a nutshell. Because sometimes she do go over and know how to reel it back in. So this dress to me, especially with the split and the shoes, she made it look good. And the hair and the makeup is always on point when she's in front of camera. So I'm not mad at Candy. I just wish, you know, I wish she did a little bit more. You see how, you know, one goes to the extreme, the other one pull it back. But for her, Candy's in her 40s also. So I figured I wanted her with a little bit more, I don't know, I wanted to see more from Candy, personally. But that was just me. Kim Zodiac. Baby, this dress was not it. I'm sorry. And I don't know who the person is who's sitting with her. I like her dress, but I don't love it. I felt like this was the wedding for this is the #1 wedding in Atlanta. And this is what we have to offer. I'm pretty sure both of those dresses are designer. I personally was like, Kim could have did better. And you know, there's rumors about her house being in foreclosure and all of this. To be at that wedding and there's rumors going about that she's in foreclosure. I'm pretty sure it took a lot to smile in front of cameras, outside of the wedding, in front of cameras, inside of the wedding. Because I was like, I wanted more for Kim, I guess. But somebody did tell me something that Kim is like poor, rich, white trash. And I kind of figured maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if y'all seen these cakes. The first cake is a traditional cake, and it is pillows with the palm wine vase. And that is very traditional cake. They always have palm, like palm nut, palm seed, and some type of design of that nature. And this was done very elegantly. So I'm not even mad. The cake was to die for. Even a Nigerian would have said that was a beautiful cake, because that cake basically was a traditional cake. So it was very beautiful. So I have nothing to say about that cake. Now that second cake, I would say it was very plain other than the flowers. That's when I said, okay, that's what made it better. Because I was like, I've seen some cakes, and not to be funny, the cake was beautiful itself, but I was like, I wanted a little bit more sparkle. I wanted the Prince Charming cake. I wanted the Queen cake. I wanted the cake on top of cake on top of cake on top of cake. And I'm sorry, it's a nice cake. And I see their initials in it, Guobadia. But I was like, it was a nice cake, and it wasn't bad, but I think I wanted more. I wanted that Princess 11 tier, and that was just me, because I was living vicariously through Porsha, because I didn't have a wedding. And maybe I'll tell it as a story time if you request it. But anyway, but I thought the cake would have been more spectacular. It was beautiful, don't get me wrong. It was a nice cake. But compared to the dresses and the formal and the table settings and all the guests gloriously in black and everything she had on and all the Simon outfits, I was like, y'all, the cake was a little underwhelming, if you know what I mean. So that was my opinion. I'm sorry my opinion don't suit your opinion, but that was just me. Again, I loved everything, even the cake, but I wanted a little bit more. It was missing something, like a little bit something. But okay, So tell me what you love about all her dresses. I know I was just in awe of all his dresses. I was jealous. I'm sorry. I was very jealous. I was not messy jealous, but I was very jealous. And I wanted to be there. I wanted to be in her shoes. I wanted to live vicariously through Porsha. And the dresses was the main focus for me. So I left a couple of videos down below for you guys. How did I find I was ADHD? And y'all wonder. Sometimes I mess up on my words and y'all wonder why I'm messing up on my words. It's not that I'm not thinking. It's just that I'm thinking rapidly. So that's what I have. And I left another gift guide, his and her gift guide down below, just in case you didn't watch it. Some of you guys are here watching my videos. I can see the numbers. And some of you guys would just like me to suggest something. And some of you guys are new. So like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for coming to my channel and have a good day. This should have alcohol. Today we're looking at Porsha Williams Guobadia. Guobadia. I don't even know how to pronounce my last name.